Hi, besties. My name is Tricia Heals. I'm your psychic bestie, and you're listening to your psychic bestie hotline. Today is the best day ever. I'm so excited to be on the mic. My phone actually just lit up when I said that, and it's 10:10 p.m. 10:10 to me is new beginnings. So all of you clicking on this, you're listening to this message, just know that you were divinely led here by your angels, your spirit guides, your whole spirit team, and I'm so happy that they led you here. Maybe 23 could also be important, or 2, 3, February, March. This is the 23rd episode about reclaiming your life using the gifts and abilities that you all already have. Your soul is so happy that you found this episode and that we're connecting so that we can continue developing the gifts that you already have. I truly believe that everyone listening to this can do what I can do, and I'm so excited to tell you all about my journey, and hopefully this will light a spark. You can refine your gifts and abilities. Everyone truly does have them. It's about taking the step and walking forward. Maybe you're listening to this in the beginning and you're like, no, I just like watching videos on TikTok or I like getting psychic readings, and that's okay. I never am here to try to change anyone's opinion. So if you're listening to this, just have an open mind, and maybe by the end of it, you'll crave maybe learning more about tuning into your intuition, your psychic gifts, and your abilities. So let's get started. I'm so excited to chit chat and help you remember how to reclaim your life. You always have the power. You're the author, you're writing your story, and I'm so grateful that you're here and using your free time to listen to this podcast. I love you so much, besties. Okay, let's get started. Happy July 9th to everyone who celebrates. If you know, you know. I actually have such a cool story about that. If you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you'll see that that video has gone viral multiple times last year and this year. But Taylor Swift was saying that on stage, and that is a really cool story. My niece and I decided to go to Switzerland, and she's actually in high school, so I was bravely about to bring a 10th grader all the way to Switzerland by myself. But then, long story short, my other sister, so her aunt, ended up joining us with her daughter. So the four of us went to go see Taylor Swift. And my angel number for my dad is his birthday. So 7-9. Plot twist, I'll jump ahead in the story. On his birthday, the best day of my life was watching and seeing Taylor Swift. The energy in the stadium was so incredible. Even right now, I'm smiling thinking about it. Okay, so I kind of jumped ahead in the story. Let me bring you back. Months before that, I was with my niece and we decided to buy the tickets for her show. At the time, it was a resale ticket for a lot more money than it was actually worth, but in my opinion, it was priceless. So we waited years to be able to see Taylor because all the tickets were being sold to bots. And then when Taylor was near us, I'm from New York, so when she was in New Jersey, we didn't get to see her because it was sold out and it was just not possible. If you know me, or if you know me from all of my social media platforms and listening to the podcast, I love traveling. I'm a world traveler, and I've always felt drawn to Switzerland. I can literally look in my third eye right now and remember everything that happened. I was sitting in my sister's kitchen. My niece was the one that was saying, let's go, let's do it. We were looking at the list of all the different countries. And in my heart, I just knew I was meant to be there in Switzerland. So she asked for permission to go on the trip. When she got that, I literally put my card into this website. It was not from Ticketmaster, so it was a third party website. And the reason why I felt so comfortable, one, it was on my dad's birthday. And I know that he's always protecting me, so nothing will go wrong. I truly believe that my angels are always having my back. They work overtime actually to protect me and my family. But then another synchronicity, the amount of postings in the top right on this list was my grandma's birthday. And in my family, our signs for our angels are so important to us. We send them in the group chat. We are always looking for the license plates. We're not even looking, but our attention, our eyes will just look at a car, and it always has the number that is important to us. So either my grandma's birthday or my dad's birthday. And this is my first tip for all of you. You can tell your angels, I want to see this number, and I bet when you pay at a restaurant, anything that you're doing. The receipt will say their birthday, or maybe you look at your card number, your credit card, your debit card, and their birthday is on your card and you didn't even notice until you asked them to show you their specific number. Even right when I said that, I looked down and it says 143 on my screen, which to me is I love you. As I'm talking about your angels, they're telling you that they love you so, so, so much. Okay, so that's the first tip. You have to make the language with your angel team because they'll be talking to you. They're giving you signs, they're showing you different things, but if you're not telling them what you want to see or what it means, or if you're not looking for a specific sign, you're missing all the beauty and the synchronicities and everything that is right in front of you. 222 on my clock, which means you're on the right path. You have to open your heart, trust the journey that you're on, that you can do this. You can make language with your spirit team and they will deliver. I promise you will come to our session and tell me that you keep seeing all the signs that you're asking for. Back to the Taylor story, I felt confident. I felt like my dad would never let this not work. And he literally over delivered. It was the best day of my life. I can only speak for me, but I bet everyone there could say the same thing. It was the best day ever. But that was how I trusted that this was where we were meant to be. I felt very drawn to Switzerland. And then when I clicked on it, it was his birthday. And I was like, oh my God, there's nowhere else he would want me to be. So this would be a huge tip as well, is you have to have trust that there is more than we're seeing. When there is a phone call, you know that there's things happening, but we literally cannot see it. And we just do things every day that we're not seeing what's going on when there's signals, when there's all different things happening around us. And it's the same thing with energy work. When I'm giving readings on TikTok Live, or if we're in a session, if I'm seeing you on Zoom face to face, the things that they're telling me, our spirit teams separate somehow, and they're in the room with you, they're in the room with me, we both get chills at the same time, we'll get the same feeling, maybe tingling somewhere on our body. But the message right now that I'm hearing is that if you don't trust that this is real, we don't have to understand it. There's so many things I don't understand. I think that all of our angels are so freaking cool that I can't understand or wrap my head around how they do the things that they do. Like being in two different places at once. How are they in your room at the same time I'm in New York giving you a reading online? It's so amazing. I literally don't know how they do it, but that's why I think it's cool that cameras will capture it, especially with flash on disposable cameras is what I'm picturing. That growing up, there were a lot of orbs caught on camera. And it is literally proof. You are seeing the orb on the picture. And when I see orbs right now, when I'm channeling in my real life, I see orbs a lot, especially when I'm talking and channeling when I'm on the clock, when I'm working, your spirit family members and your friends will show me their orbs either moving fast or slow, or literally their personality will show up in their orbs, which I think is so amazing. But the point that I was trying to get at is that that is the proof. Until you take a psychic gifts and abilities course and you help develop your gifts that you already have that's within, you have to kind of look at things that are on paper when you print the picture and there were orbs all around your loved ones on maybe your wedding day or a special celebration. That is the proof. When I'm channeling, I can see the orbs. I just think it's such a beautiful thing that because I took my psychic gifts and abilities course myself, I have learned so many things that I would not be the same person today if I did not take that course. And it was only about 3 months. It truly was the most life-changing experience. And I'm so, so, so grateful. I'm actually feeling emotional thinking about it because I would not be who I am today. Not even Tricia Heals, but I wouldn't be Tricia, who you guys see online and who you see when we're in sessions and your alignment coaching sessions, this psychic gifts and abilities course that I've created with so much love. I would not be able to show up as who I am today if I didn't take this course myself a little over a year ago. Which also, I'm so excited to hear this episode years. I'm thinking 10, 20 years later, I will re-listen to this. So hi to future Trisha. But in just a year, I have had the most incredible experiences, all because I am a professional psychic medium. I am so grateful that now this is my full-time job. This is my business. This is my baby right now. And truly, it is the most fulfilling thing I could ever do in my life. being able to meet all of your angels, to share their personality so that you can hear them, you see them, you maybe see the faces I make will match them, or my tone of voice, their characteristics. Things come through where there's no way I would even know that about a stranger online on TikTok. Sometimes you guys don't even have names or profile pictures, and the messages that come through are so life-changing. So truly, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so, so grateful that all of you trust me to tune in with your energy and your angels, because the messages that come through are unforgettable. I literally am sending so much love to all of you that you're even here right now, because I can feel your angels all in the room with me right now. Everything I'm saying is meant to go through your ears. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for sharing your energy in the Tricia Heals community. Speaking of the community, we have a free group chat. It's always linked below in the show notes. But this group chat on Telegram is a way that you can connect with the community, share any questions or messages. You guys pop off. I love that you're always talking in there, and you're just the sweetest souls. So thank you for being in the group chat. And if you're not in there yet, I can't wait to see you join. Okay, so far we talked about creating language with your angels. Anyone can tell their angels either in your head or out loud an angel number, or maybe a specific sign if it's a bird, maybe an animal. And this can show up on anything. Today I saw three turtles for my three future kids on a car. It was a sticker with three turtles. And then after I took a picture, because of course I took a picture and my camera roll is full of synchronicities, I put my phone down, and then the three letters on the front of the license plate. So in New York, we have three letters and then numbers, my grandpa's name, and then the numbers had my uncle's birthday. So literally the whole car was a synchronicity for me. Things that you can't make up. I was in a parking lot with hundreds of cars, and my eyes only went to that one car because of the three turtles. And that was just something that was important for me and how I communicate with my future kids, who are in heaven right now on the other side waiting to come earthside. Okay, Spirit actually wants me to transition to talking about spirit babies. I do have a whole episode about this, but my kids right now want to step forward. They are so chatty. I know their genders. I have given them names ever since I was probably in high school or maybe even younger. And that truly helps me connect with them, because now when I hear their voices, I can tune in and figure out who's talking. Two of them are the same gender, but I can totally figure out who is talking or what they're saying just because I know their personality already. But what my angel team wants me to share is that I just went through, well, not just, about 7 months ago, through a really hard breakup. I was lied to, and long story short, the only reason I think that I was able to leave it right away, because in the past, a different cycle I had was I was in a very toxic relationship before this one. Every time we broke up, we would go back, and it was just, like I said, very, very toxic. I'm even seeing 333 on my screen, which is change. But I had to learn that life lesson about when things are good, it keeps getting better, and when things are worse, it keeps getting worse. But just know that I had to go through that life lesson. I completed that. And then the next time I had to go through the breakup, of course, my old wounds were reappearing because I had rose-colored glasses on. This whole situation happened. And of course, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt. I thought I was marrying him. So long story short, what got me through doing that step to breaking up with him and moving on and making sure that I was growing. And again, in 7 months, I have grown so much. And I truly believe it's because I put in so much work. I hired my mentor for alignment coaching. There's so much that I have been doing behind the scenes to continue growing. But the message coming through is that I can remember a session with one of my clients. And actually, I was just talking to them today. So it is very full circle that this is coming up. But one of the messages that came through when they were going through a heartbreak and a breakup, when I was going through it, my spirit team, their spirit team maybe, flashed that part of the session through my channel. And then I was thinking, how can I be channeling these beautiful messages about giving hope to the person that's going through the heartbreak? I remember it, and I know I shared this on the podcast before, But the message was when you bring garbage out to the curb, maybe it's leaking, it's like the bag is not that good, it's gross. You bring the garbage out and you leave it and you trust that they will come and take the garbage. And then when you wake up, for me, it's when I wake up. I know sometimes they could come during the day. But when they come and they take the garbage, you don't worry about the garbage. You don't think about it. You don't, at least I don't. You just take the can back and then you keep repeating the cycle. So you don't worry about the garbage when it leaves your house. And in the nicest way. And at 1, 2, 3 on my clock, which is it's go time. So maybe someone here has to hear this. And it might not be a relationship, it could be a situation that you're in. Whatever is heavy on your heart right now, and you have to move forward, you have to take the next step. Your spirit team is showing me that message saying that we can't keep one foot in the door and one foot back. We can't run to second base if we're still staying on first base. So to get to the next step, you have to run and you have to go for it. You can't stay half and half and think that that will help you because it won't. And I learned that from experience. Okay, so back to the main point of that story. I got through this heartbreak and I was able to move on and leave the relationship because I trusted and honestly because I am psychic. I knew that this wouldn't be my person. Even though in the relationship I had rose-colored glasses on, I thought it was my person. But because I'm psychic, I was getting these downloads where I knew and I was putting pieces together. I literally caught the person in a lie because I'm psychic. So thank God I took the course that I took. And thank God I'm a psychic medium. I developed, I put in so much work to fine tune my skills. It changed my life so much that I wasn't stuck because the old me, I felt stuck in so many toxic relationships. Luckily, I broke that cycle, so now I will never feel stuck. And the point of this is I was able to reclaim my life. I thought that my life was going that direction, but because I channeled all of these beautiful messages during my sessions with my clients, when I hit rock bottom and I thought that my life was blown up, that's the best way to describe it, within a second, my whole world changed. Everything was crazy, but I locked in and I realized and I was channeling a higher good. I knew that my husband would never treat me that way, would never have that lie. And of course, that's why I haven't stayed with any of my exes. So this is a sign for all of you. You have the power to create your life. There are so many people that stay in toxic situations that are miserable, but you can create your life. You get to write your life. My belief is if we don't complete these cycles, meaning break the cycles, things that we see that keep repeating over and over again, if you don't complete it and learn your life lesson this lifetime, I truly believe when you come back again in a different body, a different vessel with the same soul, you'll still have to start from that lesson and keep going and learning the same lesson until you complete the cycle. So, take it from me, your psychic bestie. I never gatekeep any of this. You have to break the cycle. I hope that's your push for no matter what it is. If you're miserable in anything that you have in your life, in your space, your environment, cut it out. Like, literally take things out of your life because you deserve to live your best life. This is your chapter to reclaim your life. And I'm so proud of you because everyone has to go through these life struggles. Life is not easy. So I'm acknowledging that all of you, maybe you're going through something hard right now or you have overcome so many challenges. It could be health challenges, even mental health, anything. You are a warrior. You are so strong and so brave. And there's nothing that you haven't gotten past up until this point. You have gotten through every challenge, and I'm so, so, so proud of you. Okay, so back to the kids. They're making me draw an arrow on my page. I have kids written on my paper. And when I was going through this awful breakup, which in the long run, it was so meant to be that we were not together. But because I'm psychic, I was able to channel my highest good, my highest version of me. And I knew that I could not be that with this person. My kids were not his children. So that just helped me get past the heartbreak. You know, I had to work through it, of course. But I definitely got through it a lot faster than my other past relationships where I did go back and, you know, it could be really hard. And I hear you, I see you all. But yeah, so by knowing my kids, right before actually I found out he was lying, I saw in my dream a baby, and I'll explain the dream. So I was looking at the baby in the car seat in the back of the car, and it looked just like his niece, literally identical, but in the dream, so I was connecting with this spirit baby, and I knew that this baby wasn't the niece, but it looked just like his niece. So when I in the dream was processing, I was like, but whose baby is this? And then in my dream, I realized, oh my God, this, and it's my now ex. But at the time, I knew that it was his future baby, but I had no connection to her. So when we were going through the breakup, which again, I'm psychic. I was saying, I know you have a baby that will come to you, but it's not my baby. Like, I just knew that we were not meant to be, especially because of everything that happened. But as a psychic medium, like, of course, I don't go around channeling for people and helping them like on the street. But in my real life situation, that helped me realize that I had to get past this. I couldn't stay with this person because I knew that he is meant to be with someone else and make a family. I have my 3 kids that I'm meant to be their mom with someone else. And it's just so amazing that because I took my psychic course, I was able to get through this craziness in my life. I hit rock bottom, but look at how high I was able to go after that situation. So, anyway, thank you to all my angels because they really helped me get through that. And that's why when we're in our sessions, I can truly hold the space for you so that you can work through anything that's coming up when we have alignment sessions, which I always have the link for a free compatibility call. If you're interested, you can book that in my Calendly link below. But I truly believe that these sessions are so life-changing, and you are so brave to even sign up and give yourself that investment. My life is so different because I've learned my different patterns and I'm able to work through different life things, cycles. Again, it's all just cycles. And once we break the cycle, we level up, quantum leap, you become the highest version of you. And it's all about remembering who that version is because he or she is already inside of you. Anyway, I could talk a lot about that. So let's meet on a one-on-one call so we can see how I could best support you and work alongside your angel team. They are so happy that you're here and that you're hearing these stories, these messages, because it is meant to resonate with you. So I'm so happy that you're here and that you're listening. And you deserve to be happy. Again, if you're miserable, if you're angry, if you're upset, if you have all these wounds and things that you've never really talked about or had a space to talk about, I am so happy that your angels led you here. I truly believe it is so divine. Okay, now I feel called to bringing you to my different retreat experiences. The first one I went on was actually on my grandma's birthday, the same one that I mentioned with the Switzerland story. So I went to Switzerland, and then the next year, on my grandma's birthday, I flew all by myself, 24 hours across the world to Bali. And this is something else. My Bali trip was channeled for me. I talked about this in another episode, but I had a reading and she channeled for me to go to Bali and Greece. And right away when she said Greece, I made a face and I was like, I do not resonate with Greece. When she said that, I was kind of taken back because I had such a bad experience with someone that I traveled with when I went to Greece. It was actually the ex that we were on and off, on and off, on and off. It was so toxic. And when we were there, he was like screaming at me. It was just a very low frequency. So I'm actually going to Greece this month. I am so excited. You guys can follow my journey on all my social media platforms. But a year and a half ago, when my mentor was giving me a regular channeled reading, that came up that I will go to Bali and I will go to Greece. I made a face at the Greece part. I was like, I don't really feel drawn to going to Greece. And then the message that she channeled is, I'm meant to go back there and heal. Again, break the cycle. When I heard the word Greece a year and a half ago, my body tensed up. I had lots of wounds. I am so, so, so excited that I get to go to Greece and rewrite my story. I am so excited. On the plane, I should watch Mamma Mia. I did that the first time I went to Greece. I am just so, so, so excited and grateful. But it just shows that a year and a half ago, that was on my timeline. She knew from my angels, from my dad, that I was meant to go to Greece. So that's actually a huge part of my story. a huge cycle I'm about to break and end the tie or any wounds that have been lingering because I'm about to rewrite such a beautiful story in Greece. But the Bali story. When she channeled Bali, I wouldn't have even been able to tell you where it was, what I could do in Bali. I didn't even know anything about Bali at all. A few days after she channeled that I will go to Bali. She didn't even say it's a question. She knew. She said, "You are meant to go to Bali and Greece." When she channeled that, a few days later, it popped up on my Instagram that there was one open spot available for a retreat in Bali. At that time, I didn't even know what a retreat was. I had no idea what I was getting into. I went for it. I got the spot. I paid, I put a deposit, I paid for the whole trip in full. Before I even looked at the flights, I totally trusted that because of the psychic reading, she said Bali, and then it must have been 1 or 2 days later, the ad on this person's Instagram story came up, and she was so energetic, and I connected with her. She's soul family to me. But I felt so drawn, and because I had the psychic reading, that's why I did it. If I didn't have a channeled reading, I wouldn't have gone to Bali, which I truly believe that there was no other option. I was meant to have that psychic reading. Everything that we do is a ripple effect. Everything is so divine. In my channeled reading as well, before I booked the Bali trip, she did mention my work. And in the moment, I was like, well, I have a college degree. What I do is like, I'm all set. I was not picturing that I would a year later open an LLC and have a business and have all of these soul family clients and go TikTok live and get to meet so many of you across the world. And the best part is now I don't need to pay for channeled readings. I just tune in for myself. I can hear my angels whenever I want. That is why I feel like anyone who is listening to this, if you feel drawn to learning how to channel, you don't have to do this as a career. I only signed up for my course because I wanted to hear my dad. I knew that when he was in my room, his soul, his spirit moving around my room, my cat would look up at the sky. And I just knew in my gut that my dad was in the room with us, but I just didn't have any proof. Like I was saying earlier, I didn't know, but in my gut, I was like, okay, I know that's my dad. Now I know. Now I can hear him. In my head, I'll say, okay, Dad, move to my left. And then my cat's head will look to the left. It is so cool. And this is why I created this course, because I am here to hold your hand, walk you through this safe portal into the highest version of you, where you get to channel for yourself. You will save so much money in the long run because I used to be a chronic channeled reading girly pop. And with this course, you will truly invest in learning how to connect back to your soul, connect with your angels. Someone in the course is so excited. I won't say who their angels are, but they all picked an angel that they want to get through this course and be able to get closer to them and hear their messages and be able to hear their voice again, maybe even see them. I also just want to mention that I offer one-on-one courses as well. So I have my course that I do as a group. If you would like to do it one-on-one, you can totally click the link in my show notes below. It's a Calendly link. And then there's two options to work one-on-one. It could be alignment coaching or psychic gifts and abilities development. I am so excited for you guys to click on the link and invest in yourself and invest in this journey because truly there is no better gift than being able to connect with your spirit guides, your angels, your spirit team, other people's angels. It is so magical. It literally is the most magical experience, and I don't think there's anything better than it. In the course, I also teach you how to ground. That has been such a long journey for me on this life. Yeah, I was about to say this year, but then they had me say lifelong journey. Truly, it took me 25 years to learn how to ground. 25 and a half years, actually. And now I feel like I'm a master. I can ground just like that. I have all these different practices that I can also share and lead you through. This space that I have created is so wholesome. It literally is a space where you can connect with your angels so that you don't have to rely on other people to get to know them better. Maybe you haven't met angels. They might have passed away before you were here, or when you were a baby, they passed away. My course will help you get to know them and their personality and hear these messages. And we will work and practice through all different things like limiting beliefs. I know when I started, I was like, okay, but I'm just hearing my own voice, and I had to learn. And I can't wait to teach this course to all of you so that you can do what I do. And again, you don't have to do it professionally, but I feel like everyone should be able to tune into their psychic gifts. It truly is a birthright. You were born with this ability, and as you age, society makes it seem like it's not normal. When I help my nephew, he is 7, I see the people in my family making faces and they'll say like, I don't want him to do this at school. With my whole heart and soul, I don't want him to not be able to tune in and get his own divine answers. He talks to my dad all the time. It's not random, but he'll randomly out loud start channeling and saying things about my dad. And my family sees that, which I think is so cool because if they're not tuned in, it's a ripple effect. When I share messages, or now my nephew sharing messages, it's just bringing love and light to the whole family. If you walk away with anything from this course that I have created with love and light, it is peace. You'll walk away with peace, knowing how to communicate with them, knowing how to make the space only love and light. We will not bring in any entities or anything that is harmful. I truly will teach you how to ground and how to protect your space, how to protect your home. So, again, if you're interested, if you feel the pull, this is your sign to do it. You can always click the link in my show notes. And again, I'm so excited to talk to you about the program one-on-one, and then we could decide if the group is better for you or if you would like a one-on-one training. Life is so short, and if you're feeling the pull, I definitely suggest you go for it because just like my mentor in the channeled reading was saying Bali and Greece, in the moment when she said Bali and then 2 days later I booked the trip, this is the same thing. If you're feeling the pull, just go for it because let me talk about Bali now. My first retreat ever, I was in Bali. So I had the channeled reading. 3 months later, I was in Bali. Between those two things, I hired my mentor for my Psychic Gifts and Abilities course. And right when you put down the deposit, I swear the universe and your angels start the whole process of downloading so much information into you and different amazing things. And it wasn't overwhelming at all. Literally, my mentor was helping me through the whole journey. I took the course with my mom, so I was able to have someone to talk to. And one amazing thing was I started reading. I love reading now, and that started because I put my deposit down on the course for Psychic Gifts and Abilities. And then it opened a whole new portal for me. My Bali trip would not have been the same if I was not in that quantum leap, if I wasn't in the portal and about to learn how to be a professional psychic medium. Truly, everything that happened on that trip has made me who I am today. And the experiences were just so beautiful and so divine. I saw my first baby spirit orb when I was there, and I have my hands on my heart right now because that was just the most beautiful full circle story. I'm manifesting that one day the person that I was channeling for will be on this podcast with me to share the story, so I won't give all the details, but I can just tell you that that was the most life-changing story for me. While I was in Bali, I also helped a spirit transition and cross over. I didn't even know that that was something that could happen for a psychic medium to do that. Like, literally, when I tell you I had all these crazy, life changing experiences. And the best part is, I was supported. I was surrounded by people that are also on a spiritual journey. I was learning different tools while I was in Bali. So, when all of these things were coming up, I was able to process and protect my space. And that's why in my program, I'm emphasizing protecting our energy. So many tools will be given so that you do not have anything come into your space that scares you. And if anything does, I will give you the tools to be able to push them away or to make sure that your space is clean, clear, and only love and light. Because I truly channel with so many pure intentions that it's only love and light and for healing. But anyway, I am so grateful that I helped that spirit transition. I saw the spirit take a step forward, which this was about a day process of all of this happening. I could see once I gave the spirit permission inside. Well, I was saying it out loud to two people, but I was saying he doesn't have to feel guilty anymore for what he did. When I looked in the corner of my eye, I saw, and I just got chills. I swear it was like a movie. A spirit that was standing straight up and down. Like it looked like they took a step forward and they truly vanished, and I could see the transition. It was the most special, divine thing that I have ever seen with my eyes. It was so, so, so cool. That was a story that was very crazy, and I had to learn a lot of lessons, how to protect my space, and in the end, it was such a beautiful ending. And I'm so grateful to be able to have all these experiences so that I can share it with my cohorts. And when you join the programs, or if you have a one-on-one program, I will be able to share different things that I have learned. And then I have so many psychic besties. So I've heard so many stories. And I'm just here to hold the space with your angel team so that when you are developing your gifts that you already have inside of you, you feel safe and you have all the tools to know what to do when things come up. And also, the best thing I could tell you is you have the power to just turn off your psychic gifts. If there's a day I don't want to channel anything, I can just turn it all off and be human, be on this earth side experience per se, instead of the angelic angel world. So I hope that that gives you hope as well, that it doesn't have to be overwhelming, if that makes sense. Okay, I think I covered a lot. I am just so, so, so grateful. I will tell you all that a million times and then more. I am so grateful that everything unfolded how it was meant to, so I can show up how I am today, this version of me, and I'm so grateful that we're all on Earth together at the same time. How magical that we all found each other, that you're in my soul family, I'm your soul family, that we're in this community together. To my first cohort, I'm so honored that our angels brought us all together, and I'm so excited to see the magic unfold. Again, I'm psychic, so I know how amazing this will be. I have the vision, I have all the lessons, and I just know that once we're all together, it will be better than we could even imagine. And to all of my future students, my clients, I'm so grateful that you're signing up for the course as well. We will tailor the program to make sure that it fits what you need. Every cohort will be different because as you're learning these different lessons, you'll experience different things, and then we'll have conversations so that you're sharing something and maybe someone else didn't experience that, but because you're sharing it, they'll remember that forever. And then if something comes up for them like that, they'll have your experience to help them, and then the other person will hear your experiences. So just know that this program is not just anyone that wants to sign up. It is a very select group, and I'm creating it alongside with your angels. I'm so blessed and grateful that this is my life, and I'm so happy that you're reclaiming your life. You are taking back your power. You're listening to your intuition. Any pull that you have, go for it. You deserve to live your life surrounded by love and light. And if something isn't resonating with you, I'm channeling that you can take the jump. You don't need to stay in places, environments, situations that put you in a box. Literally, they're saying the box is not meant to be there. I'm about to end this podcast episode and edit it, and then I'm so excited to post it and connect with you all more. Again, if you're new here, welcome to the Tricia Heals community. It is not a coincidence that you're here. We are meant to be soul family. I only put out the intention that this will find my soul family and the Tricia Heals community. So I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for being a part of my life story, and I'm so happy to see your life unfold and all the magic. You are reclaiming your life. You're taking back your power. You are strong and brave. You're wise. Your angels love you so, so, so much. Okay, besties. I hope you have the best day, have the best week, have the best month, have the best year, and the best lifetime ever. You deserve it. I'll connect with you in the show notes on my link tree. I also have a website, triciaheals.com. That's TriciaHeals.com. I freaking love all of you so much with my whole heart, my whole soul. I can't wait to get back on the mic and share about the last retreat that I was just on. It was my third retreat ever, and I'm signed up for my fourth retreat. So there's lots of amazing things in store. I have a huge journal from my last retreat that has amazing downloads, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So stay tuned. We have lots to catch up on, and I'm giving you so much love from New York. My name is Tricia Heals. I'm your psychic bestie, and you're listening to your Psychic Bestie Hotline. Bye, besties. Love you. Mwah.